What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Taste and Tolerance. My name is Dedos. With me, as always, Cambo Gambino. Yes, to my left, the Chewy Chaps. I don't know if that's what you wanted to be called. The Chewy Chaps is to my left. We are here on Taste and Tolerance. We want to welcome you guys. What we'll be doing here is we'll be reviewing a whole bunch of different whiskeys. You'll see our taste in it, and you're going to see our tolerance. On top of that, we're going to be discussing everything in entertainment, from hip-hop, gaming, movies, TV shows, or something stupid you saw on IG. That's what we're about.
Let's get it.
So welcome, guys. Anybody want something to say before we get started?
This is pretty exciting. This came up from an idea, and to see it happening now is kind of insane.
It is. It's pretty
kind of nuts.
Really, we just some alcoholics, and we figured, why not do something out of it? We're doing this anyways. Let's put it on video, huh? All right, guys. So what do we got here, Cam? You want to start us off?
So what we have today is a newer whiskey, if that's what you want to call it, but it's Bulleit 95 Rye. It's a new line they recently released. I tried it for the first time 2 weeks ago, and I was hooked. I like it.
So what I get from this, it's a Kentucky bourbon. It's supposed to be both sweet and sour at the same time. Now, I have not tried it. This is about to be my first sip.
Okay, I have tried it.
You have tried it? You?
Yeah, I tried it.
Okay, so let's see.
Pretty good.
Now, we did, this is straight, but I did add 2 ice cubes to it. That's pretty smooth. That is pretty smooth, I'm not gonna lie. What does that remind you of?
Reminds me of Dickel.
Well,
Dickel sour mash.
A
little more smooth, but it'll put you in the mind of Dickel sour.
I've actually never tried that one. We're gonna have to do another episode on that one.
I don't got a reference for this one, but I did know it's not so dry and harsh on the throw down when you kind of take it in at the first go. So it's not it is smooth, but you do get a little bit of that spice, those undertones.
Yeah.
So that after once you finish drinking it and it dries out your mouth, you get that kind of spice on around and such.
That's usually what the sour mashes will do. You get that back taste of the sour on it. And this one, like Chep said, it has it, but it comes with the bite of the drink too.
Yeah.
So you get both of them. So it's pretty good. It's smooth drinking. It's a really good whiskey in my opinion.
So apparently, according to Proof66.com, a review aggregator for spirits, it rates Bulleit bourbon in the top 10 percentile of the world's best whiskeys.
Nice. That's impressive.
Yeah, so far as to call them a tier 1 spirit with an overall rating of 551 over 904. I don't know, is that like a B? Let's see, I guess that's like a B. It's tier 1. Don't know how far tier 1 goes.
Right.
But I'm guessing it's good. It's also won a gold medal in the small batch bourbon up to 10 years category at the 2013 San Francisco World Spirits Competition. So, I guess it's doing work out here, boys.
It sounds like it.
It's definitely doing work out here.
What was good about this whiskey is it's one of those nice homey whiskeys. Drink it at home, get nice warm, feel real good, relax. And it's the time of the year for it right now.
Definitely.
So it's one of those, enjoy with a nice cool breeze, a nice smoke. And yeah.
I agree.
That's good times right there. I'm actually going to have me another go.
Uh-oh.
So it does have that spice that I like.
It does on the top end. And then the back end, it gives you that sour. But that's where you get the...
It's a bit of clarity from the sour.
It
cleans it up a bit. Yeah.
I would like to try an old fashioned made out of this.
I was thinking the same.
I would like to try an old fashioned made out of this.
Especially now in October, that's a nice November Thanksgiving special. You feel me?
Yep.
For Thanksgiving, actually, yeah.
That's actually a great idea.
So, they say that this complex spice makes for an excellent accompaniment. That's not the word. We're going to say that it makes an excellent companion to a cigar. They say spicy Honduran smokes like the
That's what
CAO,
I'm saying
the
right there.
OSA,
That smoke, dog. That shit would be
or
amazing.
the Humo,
If we had a cigar one
Jaguar,
day.
and Earthy Nicaraguans, like the, you know what? I'm not gonna butcher this. It goes well with cigars. To you cigar aficionados, just know, it does go well with a. Man, I'm gonna butcher it. Padron 1964. Spicier Dominican smokes like the Fuente Opus X, which I'm sure pretty sure stands for 10. And La Flor Dominicana Double Liguero also makes for a good pairing. Now, that means a lot to me because, as you guys know, we are of Latin descent. I'm not going to say which country we're from, but we do like the Dominican Republic a lot.
We're Puerto Rican.
Shut up. All right. So, we're going to keep going into different details about the whiskey as the bottle gets lower. Feel free to stay tuned. We are now going to get into a little bit of a gaming topic. Now, are you boys ready for this?
What are we going into?
Now, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the series Fallout.
Nah, tell me about it.
Okay, so Fallout is a post-apocalyptic game.
A post-apocalyptic?
Yeah.
What happened?
Let me just give you a quick rundown. Nuclear war, right?
all over the globe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
All over the globe in a different time, though. This did not happen in the 2020s or the 2019s or the 2010s or the 2000s or even. It's not even really 1990s. It's more like 60s.
It's in the future with old maritime vibe, I would say.
So the
like their cars run off of nuclear reactor engines, small. It's weird. It's a really nice setting for it. I mean, it's perfect actually because it reminds us of like our Cold War era.
Yeah,
a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
the way it's described is Fallout is a series of post-apocalyptic RPG video games and later action RPG video games created by Interplay Entertainment. The series is set during the 22nd and 23rd centuries, and its item punk, retro futuristic setting and artwork are influenced by the post-war culture of the 1950s in the United States. So I said 60s, I was incorrect. It is the 1950s.
I was there.
Oh, God. So it's a combination of hope for the promises of technology and the lurking fear of nuclear annihilation.
Yeah.
Pretty much, guys, imagine a world where all you did was you live underground. That's all you know. And I'm starting at the Fallout 3 series.
Fallout 3, yeah. So we are skipping 1 and 2 are
the original
great games, and they were 1 and 2 play way different from 3 and on. 1 and 2 were RPGs, PC only. You get a lot of lore, a lot of understanding of the series, but a lot of people skip that. Don't shun us.
And so we'll be starting Fallout 3, and the game starts off with you're in this bunker underground because of the nuclear war. It's unsafe on the earth, so we're underground.
And Liam Neeson just happens to be your dad.
And Liam Neeson just happens to be your father, and you're a baby. Then you're like 13 years old or something, and then you're like 16.
Strong genes.
And then you're like 19, and then at 19 your father up and leaves. And now, like, you're considered, like, some sort of criminal in the bunker, right? So, like, you gotta break the fuck out. Oh, shit, time to go. And everybody's telling you it's unsafe out there. But guess what? You can't stay down here, right? So you go up, and you start seeing what the world is really like. You run into a whole bunch of different set of characters, from radiating super mutants, which we assume are just humans that got radiated into these huge, ugly-ass creatures. That was one form of mutation. There's also another form of mutation called the ghouls, where it seems like you'll live forever, but you lost your brain.
You lose your sanity.
You're almost like a zombie, except you don't spread the virus. Think about it like that. And I think you can kill them without having to shoot them in the head. You just shoot them where you want.
Yeah.
Because actually they made a mod on Fallout for the ghouls.
Yeah.
Where
you turn them into zombies.
You turn them into zombies.
Oh,
the only way to
I-
kill them is headshots.
Bro, I run that on my Fallout.
Okay.
Run that? Hell yeah.
Yep.
But
Surely
yo,
do.
in all seriousness, Fallout 3, Game of the Year edition with all the add-ons and mods is my favorite game.
Yes, sir.
It's my number one favorite like gameplay experience from beginning to however you want to play it.
Yep.
Even compared to New Vegas, Fallout 4, Skyrim, any other game in any other series, any other genre, that's my number one.
That's number one.
Fallout.
I remember my experience with Fallout 3
Mhm.
was I was at my homegirl's house, and her boyfriend was playing it on the TV, and it just looked so weird to me. It looked so weird
It's
because
like
this
that.
guy had a gun that you just threw garbage into. And it didn't matter what it was, you threw garbage into it, and boom, 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 he would shoot the garbage out and it'd do different damage. And I was like,
Yeah.
this game is fucking lame. This guy, like the dude to me, he wasn't lame. You know what I'm saying? So him playing it, the whole thing is a bad vibe. Cut to a couple months later, my man's right here buys himself a nice little PS3. And the first game he got with it was Fallout.
And I just heard of it. I never even like touched it or anything.
He got
I
Fallout
never
3.
seen any
I
trailers
said-
or gameplay.
I said, why would you do this? Like, why would you? He's like, no, whatever. He start playing the game. I start watching it. He go to school the next day. Here come your boy. Pop, pop. It was a wrap. I was gone. I was taken. I was immersed in that world. It was amazing. I believe Bethesda did Fallout 3.
Yeah,
Three.
That's
Yep.
what the 3.
Yep.
Shouts to Bethesda because that game was amazing. It was released in October 2008.
They made history with that game.
Yeah.
It was.
They changed.
I mean, you're talking about a game that's got like, here's 94 out of 100, 92 out of 100, 93 out of 100. You know, it won IGN's 2008 overall Game of the Year award. I mean, it just
Yeah, I
killed.
mean, this is the crazy thing with this game. Like, it wasn't always my favorite, especially with New Vegas. Like, they always kind of competed, but this one's more atmospheric. Like, you really feel like you're in a nuclear wasteland versus all like the spread out laid back Mojave Desert. This, when you're in the ruins of DC and you're surrounded and you feel alone, and it's like turn off the radio for a second. It's like, alright, this is real survival. Like,
the game gets scary really fast.
Yeah, it's a little harsher,
man. Especially you start reading the journals and shit.
What and pay attention to those stories.
Yeah,
because they incorporate so much more things into that game that's not even part of a mission or a story mission or a side quest. It's just random bodies with letters, and as you read the letters, you may end up finding some treasure or a code to something
at the end
and that's going to lead you somewhere just because you took the time to read the letter instead of just taking it and putting it in your pack somewhere.
Right.
But that's another thing I do love about these games. Each Fallout goes to a different location. So no matter where you're at, it's like I said, Fallout 3, Washington, D.C. Fallout 4 was in Boston, Massachusetts.
New Vegas.
Fallout New Vegas,
Nevada.
you could have guessed it, you're in Vegas. You know, so it's all got like, you know, and now with the new Fallout 76, we're in West Virginia.
Yeah.
West Virginia.
And yeah, not to skim over New Vegas either, because New Vegas was like,
So-
still one of the greatest games of all time.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, and it's the first game.
Obsidian, exactly.
Shouts to Obsidian.
They just
shouts
reflected
to
a lot of the
Obsidian.
system.
Yeah.
It's the first game where you're not a vault dweller.
Yeah.
It's the first game where
the
you
courier.
are not.
Yeah,
The
you
package courier.
Yeah, you are the package courier.
And Matthew
And-
Perry shoots you in the head.
And unlike Fallout 3, where Liam Neeson is your father, in Fallout New Vegas, Matthew Perry, some of you may know him as Chandler from Friends, he shoots you in the head and he keeps calling you baby a lot.
Yeah,
So that's pretty interesting. So, you know, always shout outs to Fallout for always keeping the series entertaining and engaging and having some sort of character to always be there to just keep you going and keep you wanting to be motivated in the story. Because that is awesome. What did you guys like the most about New Vegas?
I say the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Coming from DC to a wasteland / desert was a lot. And then you remember that part in New Vegas, you would find it to where the guy had gotten fused with a tree, but that whole area was like grown up with flowers
that you
and
had to
grass.
destroy. You had to destroy the
you had
tree.
Fallout
You had
3.
to-
That was Fallout 3.
That was 3?
Yeah,
that was 3. That was 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the go. That was one of my favorite moments.
That was dope. That was dope.
I did like the strip on New Vegas. You know what I'm saying? The way it had the strip, like if it really was.
Oh
Vegas, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
How they really
Obviously, the cover armor. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, the Ranger.
The Ranger. I mean, that's I'm trying to get it on Fallout 76 right now.
Yeah.
Because that goes hard body karate. You know,
it does, man. It does.
It's just out of this world.
And I remember when you couldn't even get that armor in that game at first. They had to patch it in because so many people complained to them. There was like one physical set in the game, and nobody really knew how to get it. So they had to patch it in, and it was a mission reward that you could get a Ranger outfit. And I thought that was pretty dope. But the best thing about New Vegas was the DLC, man.
Yeah.
Never got to play them.
The casino one was almost a horror game. There was like this red fog that if you got in it, it would kill you. The casino was pristine, like no nuclear damage, no nothing. It was the fog. It killed the people. Now somehow the people's memories got stuck inside. So you can run into holograms of just random people and their enemies, but you can't hurt them. You just got to get the fuck out of Dodge. So then you have to get away from them, but you have the red fog everywhere. So you can't make the wrong turn or you will die. But as a reward for going in there, all the loot you could pull out of that casino was insane, man. So you had that one, and the next one, you went to Utah. You went to, it's called Mount Zion. And it was a group of people who had went feral. They weren't ghouls or anything. They were regular people, but they're
feral people.
Yeah. So I say New Vegas, yeah, DLC.
DLC. See, I really wish I could have been a part of that. At the time, I don't know about for you, but for me personally, I never got past the game's story. I never got to the DLC part. I'd play the game and move on, and then I'd be done with it. And I never got to experience DLCs. I know because even with us, with Fallout 3, we had the original version. That was deaded for a while, and then you ended up buying the Game of the Year edition.
On the same day that Fallout 4 came out.
So
that was crazy.
And then you started playing it all over again with the DLCs, and that was pretty dope. And I remember you showed me the scene in Fallout 3 that there's a Easter egg for the Institute. Where the guy,
want to
talk about that?
Harkness. I forgot the name of the mission, but it's like you gotta either protect his like memories or something, or if you tell him a password, you can reset him and send him back to his name's like Harkness. Send him back to the guy.
I remember that now.
That stops you in Rivet City. He's like, there's an android loose, find him for me. And when you tell him the passcode, he'll go back to the Institute.
Yep.
Yeah, like the actual Institute.
Man, I didn't even peep that until you said the dude's name.
And they have the railroad there.
Yep.
The people who recruit you on the other side is the lady from the railroad. Yeah. So it's crazy. They plotted from way back.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Yo, Fallout 3's DLCs were dope too.
Yeah,
Mothership Zeta with the aliens? Man, that's like one of the best DLCs ever made in gaming history, dog.
Never played it.
It's like a Prison Break. Aliens, and it's insane.
And I mean, they designed the level so good, just the whole environment.
Yeah, that was the last one I played too, so it felt like an accumulation, like, a final, like just out of this fucking world.
Man. Yeah.
We just still mess around after that, because that's where you get the samurai sword, so that was pretty fun.
So we got Fallout 3, we got New Vegas, Fallout 4. Now, I'm going to tell you a story with Fallout 4. Before the shit dropped, it was no question pre-order game.
Yeah, me too.
When the game stopped, I pre-ordered that son of a bitch.
Me too.
Game come out, obviously I got it on
release. Yep.
I get it, I go home, I plug it in. I play about 2 minutes of it, couldn't get into the game. Could not get into the game.
Fallout 4?
So disappointed.
Wow.
A week later, I moved back to New York.
Mm-hmm.
I leave my PlayStation where it was, right?
Yep.
Months and months and months go by. A whole bunch of time passes. I end up moving back. And you uncover the PS4, all the dust on it. What game is in there? Fallout 4. I said, let me give it another try. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me that first round. Because load that game up and it was like, you know, I'm right back to where the Fallout that I love and miss from the beginning. And, like I love with the Fallout series, again, you're a vault dweller. But now it's on a whole different side of it because you're an ex-soldier. Or, and you could be male or female, obviously. In this one, I was a male because I'm a boy. So
if you're a female, you're a lawyer.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Really?
I never played the female, but I read that.
I only play the female.
You only play Nora?
Yeah. I've never played the male, man.
I only play the male. I can't. Yeah.
So
I'm a girl. She's my wife.
So you do a couple things and then you set up your specials and everything and they come and interview you for a chance for you to be in the vault in case shit goes down. You pass whatever, time passes, and boom, shit's going down. So you, your wife, and your son go into the vault, and they freeze you in these little chambers. And you're right across from your wife. You go to sleep. Something happens where you see some dudes trying to wake you up. You wake up, but they don't let you out.
Right. What
you do see is the dude waking you up. Which, he looked like a thug from the beginning, right? You know what I'm saying? He just looked like bad news. He just looked like bad news.
Yeah, named after cereal.
Named after a cereal.
Fucking goon.
And the dude...
Goon of the year.
I'm telling you, bro.
That's like, if you want a picture of goon, that's him. Like, shit, what does a goon look like?
So this goon, he wakes you up just so that you can see him opening up your wife or your husband's frozen chamber thing, right?
Such tragedy.
Yeah. And when it opens up, your wife or husband has the baby. He takes the baby and then he shoots the fucking wife in the head. Why?
With a big ass gun too.
Oh, and I don't want to get too much into that now, but let's just say he got what was coming to him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like I got pictures next to that man's head. You won't do that to my baby. You know what I'm saying? This is to you, sweetheart. I'm very sorry I couldn't save you. Nora.
I play with Nora, so.
It's not you, Nora. It's the man. But yeah, pretty much the dude takes your son, kills your wife. You wake up. It seems like moments later, and you're out of your thing, and that's your mission. You got to go find your kid. And you are in Boston, Massachusetts. So it's pretty dope how they were able to recreate that city along with the wasteland that you're used to seeing with all the super mutants, all the ghouls, all the characters, all the everything, your different factions. You got your brotherhoods back. There was no enclave in this one, if I'm correct.
No,
but we had the Institute. Mm-hmm. We had the railroad and the Minutemen. That's what you had, the Minutemen. And of course, me being who I am, I ran all the bitches. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I was the B.O.S. I was the guy. I was the guy.
But you notice how in that game they try to recruit you like really early.
Yeah.
Who? It's like
everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah. The Minuteman is the first. Dude's like, yo, you over here, come here. It's just me. Right?
But look, not only does he ask you to join, but he tells you, oh, I want you to be the president of the whole thing. It's like, dog, I just helped you clear one building.
Hey, don't sleep though. When you clear out that one area, you get a dope ass suit from it.
And you get a bobble
first
head.
power armor.
It's like it's almost like an admiral suit. You remember?
Wait, what?
That suit you get when the Mylar Queen comes out.
Oh, you talking about the castle with the
jacket? Yeah. You get that dope outfit from there. Yeah, that's when you became like the general. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that was a damn good mission.
And I don't know about y'all, but I try to make my character look exactly like me and everything. So, yeah, that was literally me in the wasteland running shit. Me being from New York, I ain't a fan of Boston, but to me, I had to do what I had to do.
It's nice to kill things there every once in a while. Shoot up a goal.
I kept looking for Fenway Stadium so I could take a piss on it.
Oh, man.
But it did not survive. I'm talking shit right now. When Fallout does in New York, they're going to be talking shit to me like, look, where's Yankee Stadium, son?
be
Hey,
getting at you.
ain't no Fallout New York, because guess what? New York don't fall out, son.
Yeah, well, right now, according to
Ooh.
Fallout physics, we got +1 strength, charisma,
But
and
negative,
-1 intelligence.
yeah, negative intelligence.
With the drink. You
Yeah,
gotta get action, boy.
I'm saying, let's go barter something right now. Let's just go
Right.
Charisma's up.
We'll get better prices.
Don't try to hack any computers.
Those of you not following, in the game, you can actually drink whiskey, bourbon, vodka, beer, and you do get benefits for that. One of the benefits, like he said, is added charisma, and I think added strength on some of them.
Yeah, so if you're a melee fighter, you pop a whiskey.
Yeah, you're stronger. Now let's not lie to each other. When you're drunk, you got a little bit of super strength on you, right? You're a little bit stronger. But you do have a -1 to intelligence, so the game tries to keep it real. Best it can. And yeah, that game is great, especially, I mean, do we want to spoil the game? Do we care?
I mean, it's old.
It's old enough where it doesn't matter. Yeah. So
years.
pretty much, you run into this faction called faction. I said that right. Faction called the Institute. They're pretty much these technologically advanced people trying to save the world, but
Nerds.
in the wasteland of Boston are known as the bad guys because they kidnap people and turn them into humanoid robots that are called synths. So you believe that's where your son is. When you get there, oh shit, plot twist, your son is running it and he's older than you.
When I first played Fallout 4, I ran up so pissed that they took my son that I shot the dude in the face
father.
before he said anything. I shot him in the face like, where's my son?
This is how much of a hothead my brother is. I feel like that would have happened in real life. Like this nigga would have just been like out the door like, you the man in charge? He's like, yes, I've been dying to talk to you. And let me tell you this. He's like, oh yeah, let me tell you this, motherfucker. Wow! So we're about 3 cups in. How you guys feeling?
I like it.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's real swaggy. It's really smooth. It's not a rough buzz. It does hit you fast though. It
is working this way. I'm not gonna lie. Because
it doesn't take long.
That I will agree with. Fallout 76. Now, recently, and I will say this, I was on the Fallout 76 beta. It was horrible.
So you know the horrors.
It was horrible.
Right.
And at the time, the betas were only running on certain days. You feel me?
Yeah, I remember that.
So it was like, and the fucker at GameStop didn't tell me. Fuck you, GameStop. Because I was just lucky enough to, like, the 2 days I did play, I just happened to be home at the right time to play the beta. The 3rd day I tried to play, y'all were like, yo, it's not the day, you gotta wait. And then that was my last day pretty much.
Damn.
But it was a bunch of bugs, super laggy, just awful. Now you cut back to a couple, this is maybe a year later because let's see, yeah, Fallout 76 dropped on November 2018,
2 years.
so it's 2 years later, and it's Bombs Day, which is a famous day in Fallout series when they drop the bombs. So because of that, they were offering Fallout 76 for free for that week to play. I was not with it. I was not going to download it. I was not going to even waste my time on it.
Well, we got to touch on how bad 76 was before the updates, though.
And then my brother said, I'm going to download it for you. Just don't worry, blah, 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 blah. And the minute he just turned that bitch on, and then I saw the loading screen, I said, all right, let's get into this.
It was the music. It's the music,
bro. It's amazing. I've been listening.
You know what?
Like, yo, thank you.
That is something we actually have not even touched base on. We haven't even mentioned the music once.
Oh,
Fallout series has some of the best music for video games I think I've ever heard.
Okay.
And it's something different.
I would chime in. I would say Fallout has some of the best lore, period. They've made some of the best lore. Like, you can go to any kind of cosplay, you're going to see Fallout. You're going to see somebody. Like, I want a Vault Boy suit. I ain't even, like, no lie, dog.
I mean,
I want a Pip-Boy.
I would love a Pip-Boy. And with the Fallout 4 pre-orders, when you ordered the $100 edition, you actually did get a Pip-Boy.
Yep.
But, those things ran out like this.
Yep, they did. And the price shot up.
Oh, yeah. Oh
Man.
yeah.
Not
I mean,
enough
you know.
taps going around for that.
All right, boys. So how many cups are we in now?
Oh man.
This is about 4.
Yeah, I think Cheps is on 5.
5.
Fucking champ, man.
Nah,
Fucking champ.
I think I'm on. I think I'm on 5 too. I'm feeling saucy.
Yeah.
This the type of feeling where it don't matter how pretty she look.
No, she don't.
I'm gonna go talk to her.
Bro, really? She might not even have to be pretty.
Just bend over and like put some
Yo,
ass in
I
there.
promise you.
I get it, you know, just got the right figure, you know.
Yeah.
You know, but plus my vision's getting blurred.
That's what I'm saying, and that shit will trick you, dog.
Yeah, this Bulleit right here, rye, apparently, when it comes to rye whiskey, one of the top dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Very popular.
Top 5.
I can see why. And for the price point, it's not that bad. I mean, you see us, that's what, 15 drinks, 555
Yeah,
apiece.
175, $45. Not bad. You know, it may be different in your area, but I mean, not bad.
If you like smoking the stogies, I could definitely see a good cigar with this right here. Kind of wish we had one right now. Not
Yeah, I can murder one of those.
Yeah. Little nice little ciggy right now.
One thing I would say about it, it's not a fast drinker.
No.
Yeah.
This
not
ain't something you're going to be taking shots of, like 6, 7 shots in the first hour of the night.
You would kind of disrespect the drink by taking shots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, wrapping up, I guess, Fallout series, great series.
Definitely.
Bulleit Rye whiskey, great whiskey. Fallout boys, out of 10, what do you guys say for the whole series overall? Cambo?
My opinion is very biased.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Because a lot of people, you know, when we get into the quote unquote Bethesda bugs, a lot of people, you know, rate the game lower because of stuff we're used to. Stuff a true fan of Bethesda, you know, bugs, you know, what is that? That's just Fallout.
Part of the damn game.
Yeah, so I would say my rating would be 9.5, but I mean, you talking to me, you talking to somebody who's bought Fallout merch out of the book that was inside the, you know what I mean? It came with the game, so I think I'm pretty biased, but mine is a 9.
Chaps?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty similar too. I grew up on Fallout, so it's one of those that's like I said, Fallout 3 is the best game. That's my #1 recommended game to anybody who just wants like a really good experience gaming. Fallout 3 on its own is a 10 out of 10. New Vegas and all of them all together probably average out the series to a 9.5, 10 out of 10 if not. But it's just below the bar right there, if not 10 out of 10. It's like just below the bar. For a few moments that just don't reach the peak, like in Fallout 4 and such like that.
I missed the 10 because of the engine. Give me a new engine, man.
Exactly.
Give me that new engine.
A few
Bethesda,
things that could be worked on, a few improvements.
Bethesda, give us the new engine. 76 looks amazing.
Yeah.
You know, the updates you did with the cameras are amazing. The visuals are amazing. It's time for the new engine.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
So I guess for me, being someone that's never bought merchandise and someone who doesn't feel that Fallout 3 is his favorite video game, I would still give this game a 9 out of 10. Or the series a 9 out of 10 overall. Like I said, if you like RPGs or action RPGs, if you get immersed into your video games and can take on that life, this is a whole new world if you've never experienced it. And if you've never experienced it, and it is amazing. I cannot undersell this enough. Again, if you've never played the series, I'm jealous because you have a gem on you.
Yeah.
Like you just have something that you can just envelop yourself in and just fucking go crazy. Hours and hours of gameplay. I mean, I remember when Fallout 4 dropped, there was a mystery in the radiation zone that the creators had dropped that I don't even know if it's even been solved to this day. I ain't done the research on it.
Nuke station looks like a pyramid.
It's just, it's great. So I guess the overall rating here, guys, is 9 out of 10 for Fallout. As far as the rye whiskey goes, what are we rating this, boys? Cam, what do you think?
I give it a 9 out of 10. And me being that's hard to do with. I only drink whiskey. For those who don't know, any liquor, I only drink whiskey. I give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
It's a solid 9 out of 10.
Chaps?
Snap. I may go similar too as well with this one, Coach. But that's a few reasons. Like, it's a really solid drink. Like, it's been like 3-4 hours in, and it's not like too sloppy of a drunkenness. It's like the whiskey's just hitting right. You know, you can keep going, feel like in good spirits. It's like a warm, cozy drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And it does hit really good. You know, they got that aftertaste of the spice, the sour, you know, really lightens it up. Makes it one of those drinks that you could murder a whiskey sour with this, an old fashioned. Yep. So it's one, you know, you want to try more. The drink develops pretty good as it sits, you know, like we were saying earlier. Just, you know, as it sits, you appreciate it more. You sip on it slowly but surely. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's along the lines of things like Glenlivet, Buchanan. So more like whiskeys like that, I would put it on that kind of par with.
Yep.
So this, to me, is very bold.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the spikes. It goes down very smooth. It's not something that burns at all.
At all. Yeah,
you
that's...
get your cost of fish and rums and whiskeys and whatever, and you know you're gonna get that burn.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get that burn.
Sometimes you want it.
What I'm talking
Sometimes
about.
you want it.
You don't got that with this. You don't have that at all with this. I'm going to be a little bit different with my rating, boys. You know, it's just who I am, and y'all gonna see throughout this Taste and Tolerance series how I go with things. But I am gonna give this Bulleit Rye a 8 out of 10.
Okay.
8 out of 10 for me, and I mean, I guess that's it, boys. Before we finish up, I did want to say a quick R.I.P. to Sean Connery.
Yes.
The date that we filmed this is actually the same day that he passed away. Big ups to Sean Connery, his whole family. We send love condolences. First person to bring 007 into the big screen. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you know, he's had a whole bunch of different things that he's done in his career, but I think most.
But he is my bond. But we're missing something though.
What's that?
Octopus.
Sir Sean Connery was knighted, so he.
Sir Sean Connery. That's right.
Sean Connery.
You know, and I already got my things with James Bond 007. We all know where he came from. I'm not gonna get into that, but Sean Connery, R.I.P. You're an OG, a legend.
Sir.
We're drinking this rye whiskey to you, buddy. And that's it for Taste and Tolerance, everybody. We're glad that you guys tuned in. Don't be afraid to leave anything in the comments. If you think we're completely sloppy and think that we should be doing things a different way, we are open to criticism. I'm your boy Dedos. It's Cambo Gambino with me. Chaps to the side. Y'all already know what it is. Thanks for tuning in, man.
Yes, sir.